The Experience Pros radio show, where small business is big business and your business is our business. Follow them on twitter.com/experiencepros. Now, back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
I don't think I like this music. Video killed the radio star?
That's an oldie, isn't that? You know what? Does video kill, or does video augment and implement and
help,
accelerate and add to everything? We all know that video, we've all heard we need more video. We've all heard about YouTube as a search engine.
Right.
We've all heard it. But really, do we all really need video? Brian Olson from Conversation Starters is here to kind of share some light on video production in our marketing. Brian, welcome to the Experience Pros radio show.
Hey, thanks for being here. And the first thing I will say that radio rocks and will continue to rock, and you guys are a living example of how to use it and mix it with the new technology and internet. So radio is alive and well. So.
God bless you.
Okay,
I'm just looking at it, here it is election day, and I'm thinking, I've got Tom Brokaw.
Yeah, I know. That's quite the voice, Brian.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is radio, have you done radio? Is that in your background?
Well, my major, University of Wisconsin, radio, TV, film, and I was started out in campus radio, though my interest was in video. And so I had my first radio gig lasted a week at WFON in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin, but I'd also applied for a TV production job, and I got that.
And you got that.
But
you
the
have
rest was history.
A full week in radio, because now I'm thinking next time Eric's on vacation.
Oh, yeah,
Brian,
absolutely.
I found my co-host.
My job.
Well, no, I did the morning drive show at the campus station and sat in on the afternoon jazz shows once, because all campus stations do jazz.
Of course. Well, and by the way, it's been 10 years since I've had a vacation. So let's talk about video, Brian. Why is video all the rage these days, especially as it comes to marketing?
Well, you mentioned YouTube. Google is the #1 search engine. YouTube is the #2 search engine. Go to any social media page, whether it's YouTube or Google or Facebook, at the top of the page is a search function. That's the one constant between them.
Right.
People are looking for you on YouTube. They're looking for you, your services, what you do. I came to your page this morning, and what did I see? A testimonial from Mary, somebody we worked with a few weeks ago.
Sure.
And you just think about that. Well, okay, radio station, and they're using video, but what more believable testimonial could a potential advertiser have with your show from someone that's just like them? And it's so easy to execute now. I came up in commercial broadcasting and small markets and things and worked my way up as a network field producer. And we were at it for the longest time. We controlled the video gates. We decided what you saw on TV and what you didn't see.
Right.
Because the equipment was so expensive. It cost $25,000, $30,000 for a camera. Then the VHS thing came along in the 80s, and that was fine. It was a new way, and people started buying those things. But the only way you could show it was maybe mail the VHS tape to mom and dad or something like that. Now comes social media and YouTube.
It's everywhere.
And you can put a video up about your business or about your vacation, and it can have 45, 50, 100,000 hits in just moments.
Yeah, I remember the VHS video camera that we had to record Lauren and Alicia, crawling. And now I carry it. It's on my phone. Mm-hmm. Okay, so YouTube is the #1 search engine. I don't know, Brian, though, that when we think of our business, we're radio, like you said, and somebody else's insurance or whatever their industry is. I make cookies. We're not really thinking about video. So how can we incorporate that? And really, how should we be using video if video isn't what we're selling?
Don't be afraid to use it, first of all. And again, the technology is so empowering now, and we all got our PDAs out here and our iPhones. The iPhone, for example, has an app called iMovie.
All right.
And you can shoot and edit really wonderful videos and put them up on YouTube. It's a studio that fits in your pocket for
Isn't that amazing?
For a couple of $100.
Yeah.
You can take it to another level, and sometimes, and I toss out ESPN and Geico. I
toss out Geico as often as possible.
But as a model you can use to your own business, because ESPN commercials, the only thing they don't sell is sports. They sell fun videos that aren't connected to really sports, but they give you a good emotional connection to what you do.
Right.
And I'll share an experience. my wife and I did a trip a couple of years ago on the Amtrak Coast Starlight. Great trip from Los Angeles to Seattle. Highly recommended. We went to Amtrak's site, and of course they've got highly produced videos on there.
Sure.
And great graphics and all that kind of stuff. But I want some real experiences. So I went to YouTube and just put in Amtrak Coast Starlight and came across hundreds of videos. And they're shaky and kind of imperfect and things. But guess what? Everybody was having fun on the train trip. So we booked it. After that, of course, I'm always a video camera with me, so I shot a video of our trip and put it up. It's had almost 50,000 views from people like me. Okay, we saw the advertising and stuff, so they want a proof of performance. Or like, again, they came to your website and they see a real-life testimonial from a business owner like them.
Right.
Local, not a huge conglomerate, but they're saying, hey, the Experience Pros works.
And it really does work. And here's the thing, Brandon, I'll be your biggest advocate, if you will, to support what you're saying. When I got my iPhone and then subsequently my iPad and so on, and I got back into a little bit of video editing, I had some issues, had some questions about how do I use iMovie and what kind of things can I do? And I discovered you can actually use green screen and alpha technology on your phone.
Yeah.
Right? And so, you know where I went to find out how to do it? YouTube.
Yeah.
I found all the teaching right there.
I need to take, and this is a plug, I guess, for a Colorado company, OtterBox. I needed to take it off my iPad, and I lost the instructions. I didn't know how to do it. I went to YouTube.
Yep.
So, again, people are searching for services. And does it apply to every business? I was at my dentist a few months ago, and we were just talking about video and stuff, and she didn't think, well, I don't, why would I need video for? I said, when we're done, I said, let's go on your computer and let's Google Highlands Ranch dentists. And we found at least 3 other dentists that were using video.
And I'll bet you they came up higher in the search.
And guess who's planning a video?
Oh, yeah.
Right?
And
Absolutely.
so, if you kind of need, to push you over of why you need video, to search your industry.
Absolutely.
And see that you fall down below those that are using video. Because video, people don't want to read text. They don't necessarily want to always go to your website because, of course, you're going to tell me you're fabulous.
Yeah.
And so this is an alternative that is really a trusted resource.
You bet. And you said, today when you checked our site, the first video at the top is a testimonial. Boy, those are gold, aren't they, Brian?
Oh, yeah. And Heather Lutzy, who you've had on the show, she wrote her book, Thumbnomics, and she says, that's the best testimony. Imagine you're a business. Let's say you're an embroidery company, and somebody comes in Friday at 5 o'clock, and they have a big corporate event the next day, and their vendor let them down. The shirts didn't arrive, and they come to you. You pull an all-nighter till 4 o'clock in the morning. They come in at 6 a.m. and pick up the shirts. And then they come back on Monday and say, oh, thank you, guys. You just
saved everything.
Oh, God, we would have been a total disaster. That's when you pull out your iPhone camera and say, would you say that on camera one more time, please, and we'll give you a discount on your next order?
Hello.
And that's the kind of testimonial that people believe. People like them. So if your business deals at all with the public, there is a way for you to do video. And you can spend as much or as little as you like.
Brian, we're hosting the Biggest Bite competition.
Right.
And the companies that are competing a couple weeks ago, the challenge was to gather 10 video customer testimonials and then to post them on a YouTube channel. Some of the companies didn't even have a YouTube channel set up yet. Oh. And yet those video testimonials, those customer testimonials, capturing them on video is gold. Now, Brian, you're with the Conversation Starters, you're PR. Is this really the way to go in the PR world?
It's becoming more and more of our business model. We have an office back east in Hartford, and they deal with more of the traditional PR, and I've sort of found myself doing more and more video. But here's another case study, Bonfils Blood Centers. The past 2 years, they have put their annual report. Now, we're all used to getting annual reports, and they're big and glossy, and they sit on our desk. Impossible to share unless you carry it with you all the time and show it to you people. Mm-hmm. They have made their annual reports online the past 2 years, and they've incorporated video both the years.
In them.
And one of the videos we did this past year was showing the blood from being collected at a blood drive to being processed to being tested, everything, all the meticulous process Bonfils does.
Brilliant.
Right through the doctors picking it up. Now, ironically, we shot that the day before the sad story about the shooting in Aurora.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking, oh, that's where that blood went. But what a powerful image. Or when you have a doctor saying, if we don't have blood, when somebody comes into the ER, the outcome is never good.
And so you hear their voice, you see their expression, you get to feel what they're feeling far more than if you were just reading it in text. If we don't have enough blood, okay, I get that. I'm going to read that in my own voice.
And best of all, you can share it immediately. You can just click the link and send it to 20 of your friends, 50 of your friends.
Yep.
And regardless of what the nonprofit or the business is, if you can share that experience with somebody, it's not like you have to mail anything. It's cut and paste, click, and send.
Isn't it amazing what we can, I mean, we live in an amazing world when it comes to technology. Brian Olson, Conversation Starters, give some contact information, please.
You can visit our website, www.starttheconversations.com, because that's what we do. We want to start the conversation about you, or call us at 303-726-4044.
Love that. Starttheconversations.com. Brian, thanks for being here, man.
My pleasure. See you soon.
Absolutely. Now.